For me, one of the difficult chapter to teach is pricing. And very boring. No, nothing great you have discussed, except for some very interesting sums. I have something to discuss in differential calculus. We have that EVPI, a concept to be discussed. We discuss also the tick problem, where we find out what the price elasticity of demand and others. Otherwise, beyond that, all problems are simple addition and subtraction only. I did it only to get used to what? Solving a pricing problem. With that, we completed the chapter pricing. Okay, please. See. I'll give you a break in another 5 minutes. Okay, now listen here. See, apart from transfer pricing, we are left with one chapter, simple but very important to be discussed. That is chapter 1 in our study material. Chapter 1 in our study material. Please. Now, I am discussing something very important. Listen, please. Important from examination viewpoint. Please listen. Don't talk. Budgetary control is once again IPCC chapter only, not great thing. But we are left with one chapter. Transfer pricing goes in its track normally. We are left with one chapter, that is the first chapter in the study material called as Developments in Cost Accounting. So, there is a first chapter, Developments in Cost Accounting. Please. It is a very big chapter in the study material, having lot of theory. Having lot of what? Theory. All those theory has been condensed and given at the end of the workbook. So, causing the half the page goes only for what? That particular chapter, Developments in Cost Accounting. Okay, now, in examination, around 18 marks regularly comes from the first unit called as what? Developments in Cost Accounting, which people don't see normally, but it is coming how many marks? 18 marks comes in the slot, Developments in Cost Accounting. Okay. The first chapter in study material consists of lot of small chapters. Consists of lot of small chapters, small issues. All are very easy. All are what? Very easy. But one should be aware of it. That's all. Are you following what I am saying? If you are aware, it is very easy to answer all the questions in the particular slot. It consists of lot of small chapters. Can I proceed? Now, I'll list down what is covered mainly regarding problem-wise in that chapter, Developments in Cost Accounting, and see how we are going to cover in the remaining session. Can I proceed or not? Now, see. In the first chapter, Developments in Cost Accounting, the following chapters are covered. The following chapters are covered, or the following topics are covered. Okay. Now, ABC, we call as what? Activity-based costing. Second chapter is target costing. ABC, target costing. The third, JIT, means what? Just in time. Fourth is backflush costing. Fourth is what? Backflush costing. Very important. Reason RTPs are having problems from what? Backflush costing. This is point number 4. Point number 5. Throughput costing. Point number 5 is throughput costing. Point number 6. TOC means what? Theory of constraints. Point number 6 is theory of constraints. Point number 7, TQM, we call as total quality management. 8 is LCC, means life cycle costing. Okay. So ABC, target costing, just in time, backflush costing, throughput costing, theory of constraint, total quality management, what? Life cycle costing. In all this, I will be doing problems in the workbook. When I do problems, I also help you to understand the theoretical part also very easily, so that any applied theory asked, one can quite easily answer in all these chapters. Okay. Now, these are all the chapters in which we will be discussing in the classroom, problem as well as what? Theoretical theory. Okay. Can I proceed or not? Now, apart from this, there is something called as value chain analysis. Purely a theory area. Next is what? Value chain analysis. There is something called as balance scorecard. Something called as what? Balance scorecard. Problem area balance scorecard is discussing what? The chapter standard costing, where we present the variance as growth component, productivity component, price recovery. Yes or no? No. That's a theoretical area for the balance scorecard is also there. These two are what? The theory part in this particular case. Everybody, are you understanding or not? No. All this is coming inside what? The first chapter in the study material called as developments in cost accounting. From all this, around 18 marks is coming in the examination. Now, where are these chapters in our workbook? Okay. These two are given as a separate chapter. They are given as what? Separate chapter. Big problems are asked on these two chapters. Both are linked. Target costing and ABC are very much interlinked. We'll discuss elaborately the ABC as well as what target costing in the main segment. That is, after transfer pricing is over, I'll do what? These two chapters together in the main segment, 545 to what? 845. I'll be doing the chapter target costing and then activity based costing. Very important. Every exam around 10 marks comes from what? The ABC or target costing. No. And all the others, just in time, backflush costing, throughput costing, theory of constraint, total quality management, life cycle costing. All these are given in the chapter in our workbook called as strategic cost management. There's a chapter by the name what? Strategic cost management. In that chapter, all these chapters will be discussed. No. In this, all these are small issues only, which will be knocking off in what? The first session, 4 to 5:30. Because I don't have any other time to discuss. Understood magnitude or not? Now, so these two being very important and regularly asked, I discuss in what? The main slot 545 to 845, and these shall be discussing what? The first slot, that is 4 to 5:30, so I'll be discussing. One day, one area can be what? Quite easily knocked off. Everybody following on? This is the agenda for this particular chapter called as developments in cost accounting. Now, for this I have given theory at the end of the book. Once I complete all the chapters, don't ignore the theory has been given specifically for you to what? Prepare. Pricing is the theory chapter. Pricing is what? Theory chapter. Look at the study material. So much theory is given, contents are given. It is regularly asked in the examination. Same way, this chapter also is the theory dominated chapter. Read the theory once the entire chapter has been completed from the end of the workbook. Are you following? Now, what happens is, tomorrow, not today, not possible. Tomorrow, I'll be doing the area of throughput costing and then what? Theory of constraints. I'll do throughput complete tomorrow. TOC also to some extent will be completed tomorrow and the balance will be completed in the next class. Okay. So next class will be doing the throughput costing and theory of constraints in the next class. Wherever possible, exam question also will be discussed to know how the questions are asked in these areas. No. So what is left to be completed is this slot and then what? The transfer pricing. With that almost syllabus gets completed. With here and there some sums will be completed. Okay. Now.